Gold, silver, the miners, all three of them saw huge gains today and what was a wild ride for the precious metals industry and one of my favorite stocks, First Majestic Silver. So hang tight and let's dive into why I don't think you'd be late to the party if you decided to put some money into it. Let's go. Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite stocks, First Majestic Silver. Now, you all know from my channel, I'm super into precious metals, gold, and specifically silver. I love both of those assets, especially in this environment. And today we really saw all of these different metals and miners thriving, right? First Majestic itself was up nearly 13%. In fact, it almost broke through that $20 range again, and I don't doubt that it will get there very soon in the future. Back when Wall Street Silver decided they were going to put on the squeeze, we saw First Majestic Silver soar, right? In pre-market hours, it was up 20%. Even after market hours, it was up substantially during a short period of time. But I think if you look at the charts here, you can see that First Majestic Silver is set up for a nice bull run. I was actually quite happy, to be honest, to see First Majestic shares fall so that I could scoop up some more. I was almost a little bit sad when I saw it skyrocketing because I thought I had missed my chance to continue investing into First Majestic Silver. However, you can see that after the drop, we've had a super healthy bull run right back up to where we are around 1940-ish. I think in aftermarket hours is where it was around, but I think it is not too late to join the party. In fact, I think there are a lot of new bulls in this stock itself, a lot of people that are buying and not intending on selling, and that is the first thing that I want to talk about. When it comes to miners and precious metals as a whole, having patience and strong hands is important. You have to be able to withstand the volatility of these stocks because, as you can tell, I've been a shareholder of AG even before this Wall Street Silver took place, right? Before the hype and the mania happened, I was holding on to my shares and I did not even sell when my shares skyrocketed up to near 100% of my return. In fact, I believe so much in this company that I probably won't sell for the foreseeable future. And this is because I really believe in the company. In fact, I have such great conviction about where our financial future is going to be in the future that I do not intend to sell for a short profit. In fact, I continue to just keep adding in because I strongly believe in what I think is going to be a very inflationary environment. In fact, a lot of people who are watching this, a lot of people who have invested over the decades, we've never really seen a major inflationary environment. So this would really be new to a lot of us. But I think investing in precious metals and specifically First Majestic is a great way to hedge yourself against this. Now there is one small issue with First Majestic that we are kind of seeing how to play out, but that is their tax records. They have a little issue with Mexico going on right now. In fact, I think the president of Mexico actually came out and discussed that they're waiting for First Majestic to pay them back the taxes that they evaded, right? And I'd say this with quotations because, you know, we don't really know who's on the right or the wrong in this scenario yet. There is a lawsuit out right now that they're trying to settle, and only time will tell whether or not they can settle this or not. But I think even with the lawsuit, First Majestic Silver is going to see some great returns over the next several years, especially with the price of silver continuing to climb. And we can see today that these 3%, 2% days are actually quite common for silver. And I know the last several months have been pretty rocky with more of those days going down than up. But I think moving through the future, we can see that silver's got a lot of upside potential. And in fact, there's been a lot of talk of manipulation happening in the paper markets. So I always recommend that you go out there and do your own research, right? As a middle school science teacher, I always tell my students to look around, use your surroundings, and do your own research. And at the end of the day, facts over feelings, right? So go out there and really look. And when I've been doing my digging, it seems to me that there is a lot of manipulation going on in the paper market specifically, right? If you go try to buy an ounce of silver right now, you can hardly find it anywhere, right? Premiums are out the roof. And this to me says that a lot of people are wanting to buy silver. So most of this trading going on, most of this paper price is happening, right, on Wall Street. It's happening behind the curtains, and it's happening on silver that is being leased, right? What does this mean? This means that there may be one bar of silver that many people claim to own. And at the end of the day, the person that decides to take ownership of that bar of silver and redeem it and take it as physical possession is going to be the one that ends up with it. And I think it's only a matter of time until we see this happen. So how does First Majestic fit into all of this? Well, as the price of silver continues to climb, we're only going to see First Majestic continue to just climb and climb and climb. And that is because it is one of the top silver producers in the world. As we've seen before, when silver has an increase of 1 to 2%, we see that First Majestic has either 2 to 3 times that magnitude. And now this is going to continue to happen, so you can only see what the scenario might be if silver hit $30. Maybe 35, 40, who knows? We don't know what the future holds. But if today shows us anything, right, we see just how quickly things can change. In fact, I know there may be a few of you that had bought First Majestic when it really reached up into that $20 range. Maybe you're still holding on to it. And I would urge you not to sell your shares, but to add on red days. And that is exactly what I've been doing with First Majestic Silver. You can see that it has done very well for me. Right, I have not sold out. I plan on not selling for a long time until it is absolutely necessary. In fact, I just continue to buy on the big red days, right? And we've seen a lot of big red days, especially in the precious metals market. You can just go back and look at some of my videos. I remember one of my videos I talked about silver and gold had taken a 8% beating, silver specifically, but they're common out there, and you need to remember that being patient, using those strong hands, and continuing to invest is going to be one of your greatest tools, at least the things that you can control. So I wanted to keep this video short. If you haven't checked First Majestic Silver out, please go ahead. It's only going to do greater things. So continue to invest. Appreciate you guys for joining me on today's episode. If you could, just leave a like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. I've been trying to put out some more videos for you all. Hopefully you've been enjoying them. I also really love to hear from you guys and comment back when I can. Also, if you want 10 free dollars for your OneGold account, right? OneGold is a great way to buy precious metals online without the hassle of storing it in your own home. So go ahead and check that link down below. Again, guys, I appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.